Right, hi everyone. I've been guided to do this, so I'm just going to get crack on with it. So, if you're new, my name's Claire. This channel is about twin flames, and it's about empowering you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine. Sorry, my hair is annoying me because it's not quite died down from like, you know what I mean? From when I straightened it. So it'll be better tomorrow. But anyway, moving on. So, but oh, that's part of it. Virgo, we're still in the Virgo new moon, although we're in the Libra moon now. And that's about it's perfectionist. So we'll move on. But everyone does channeling, clearing, and healing energy. Of course, lots of you know that because it'll be people that tune in. But in case somebody new has stumbled across this, what that means is everything I do is channeling, so everyone's going to have whatever happens during this is going to have something to do like that. Established family security foundation, so that's going to come into it somewhere. I'm quite tired. I went a nice walk, but I'm quite tired. So I feel like they want me to start doing the star signs again. So I was going to test with Aries, but I don't think that that's fair. So either because it could end up longer or it's like, the test runs. I'm actually just going to do a collective one and I'm going to see how long it takes me to go through all these questions because I'm using those cards. So, anyway, you're here for a reason. If you've stumbled across it, I just looked at 144 in the timer as well. Not on this timer, it's that timer. Well, it might be on this timer, I don't know. But, right. So, anyway, the first questions I'm starting with are conflict, the root of the conflict. Now, I feel for the first few sets of cards, I'm going to do it as twins that are in no communication, or it could be that you're in some kind of communication. And then the last set of questions, I'm guided to use them for if you're together. So, but it can still make sense for whatever. So we'll just go with this. So, usual divine feminine, divine masculine could be any gender, but it's just I tend to channel it divine feminine, a woman, divine masculine, a man. So I might say he, she, just use your common sense. Fucking common sense, as I like to say. So the conflict. So, and as it's important to say that, like I said, we're in the new moon in Virgo and the moon has just moved into Libra as I'm filming this. So that's about love, peace, and harmony. Oh, yeah. And that's probably why I was guided to one because I looked through all of them. And these were the ones I was intuitively, and I didn't spend time dilly dallying. I just intuitively was like, yep, was guided to them. So I trust that whatever I'm going to say in this is going to be what majority of people need to hear. And I'm just experimenting because yeah. And they're pulling me the word mind on my water bottle, and this is the last day of the mind that we're doing. So, and then we're going to move on to the emotional body tomorrow, which I was going to film tonight, but I think I'll be filming that tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be my last day of filming, so that I can just have a rest. Friday into the weekend, a bit of a longer weekend. I really feel I need it, and I'm taking note of what's coming through for divine feminine and divine masculine. So yeah. So let's just see. So the root of the conflict. So for the divine feminine, regardless of what your gender is, for whoever this is going to make sense to, the root of the conflict is, and that's, oh yeah, that's good because today is Venus and Libra conjunct Black Moon Lilith. So that's very much about things to do with your light and your shadow. Um, and we're all about both here. I'm all about both equally integrating your shadow, very yin yang. Because again, all twin flames are, but yeah, we don't shy away from doing that deeper, darker work, and also looking at the deeper, darker stuff that's going on with people with fuckery, basically. So I will use what's the tea, I think, in a minute. I don't really want it, but I'm feeling guided. So the root of the conflict for the feminine. So whether it be between the feminine and the masculine or just within something separate in your own life, the root of the conflict for the feminine. And it's the luck of the draw if this makes sense. Yeah, we'll just see. It's emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, affected. So, there's some kind of emotional storm going on for the feminine I'm picking up on right now. And it feels like picking up on what the masculine's going through, but I just want to clarify emotional storm with this step. First one. Sorry to laugh, but how funny is that? But it is in reverse. So, like you saw what I said, third party, there were other things that got in the way of us being together. So it's like the divine feminines I'm picking up on, I don't laugh, are in a bit of an emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, affected by something to do with third parties interfering. Um, in the past, I'll say, because it's in reverse. So it's something that could have happened a while ago, but it's something that's stirring up an uncomfortable feeling in the feminine. So that's kind of funny because now I'm just sort of thinking about when I was watching that program, and it is called Bad Boyfriends. Again, like, don't shoot the messenger, that's what it's called. They were doing stuff like that on that program, and I thought that's so in line with astrology because Mars has just moved into Cancer as well, which is about trauma and going over the past. So maybe that's why I was guided to. So yeah, I feel there is some kind of emotional storm going on in a feminine right now. All the ones that resonate over third party interference in the past. Again, kind of funny, isn't it? Because I mean that could literally go for all of us right now. Do we want to find out? I'm going to do what's the tea. I'll do it now and then I'll do the masculines cards. So if you're not familiar with what's the tea really does come out. Um, so yeah, if you're sensitive, don't hang around basically. I deliver brutal truth, you know what I mean? It's stuff that we need to know. So something, could you tell us about whatever this third party interference was? Whether it is on the masculine side, which it feels like it is, so karmic friends or fake smiles or lust. No, there isn't a lust card in this. So, something like that, or it could be anything, or it could be on the feminine side. But moving on, thank you. Next. Oh, but think about it. I'm asking what was the karmic interference, and it's that like this, yeah, well, so that's this again when I laugh, I'm doing it in airs, but it's this that's how the masculine treated the feminine, like I'm moving on, thank you, next, like you were not that important. So that's what the so basically somebody moved on where they thought the grass was greener. That's what I'm getting. I have got a dex where it's like the grass wasn't greener, but that dex buried somewhere. I feel I want to do one more for the feminine. So somebody moved on quick in the past. And it could be who they moved on to, or it could just be because they moved on and I don't know, didn't move on to anyone particularly, just moved on. Rejected, yeah. Whoa, that's so you see, we're still on the root of the conflict. So that's the root of the conflict. A masculine moved on very quickly from a feminine in the past and rejected, leaving the feminine feeling rejected. Okay, so now we've got, and again, that does not cut it down very much at all. But let's see what the root of the conflict is from the masculine. Again, same thing, whether it's to do with the feminine or something else in their life. And the side of that's hilarious. It's the shadow side of well, the Virgo moon and the Libra moon that we're in right now would be this. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. So this could be a specific one where a masculine is in conflict about choosing between a feminine and a karmic feminine or yeah, again, regardless of gender, although I'm saying karmic feminine. Or just like I don't want to be tied down to anyone. I just want to be single. Do you know what I mean? So that's the root of the conflict. And we're going to clarify. But because I've looked at the bottom of the deck, this masculine does feel they have a soul contract. The lessons I've learned from us will never be forgotten. So this masculine has felt a deep connection to you if you're the feminine, but they couldn't decide. There's some I can't ignore that resentment, anger, hurtful words. So that someone's broken about, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. But I will shuffle. But they, oh, and if this happened in the past, because remember we're asking about what was the conflict in the past. So basically, I feel those in the past, this masculine took their anger out on you somehow, like resentful, anger, hurtful words, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed, and this person's broken about because it's something that happened in the past. And this is a masculine that will start chasing soon because they're not confused because that's in reverse. But in the past they were, look, they were running, but that was in reverse. Right, okay. So this masculine was wanting to talk more than what I was wanting to pull the cards, but what's the root of the conflict? And let's see if the same ones come out. But that was, again, if you're not familiar, when I do this, I'm tapping in the higher self of a few masculines, the one strongest one. So that was somebody that really wanted to sort of get that through. The confusing thing is I'm a medium too, so I can pick up on loved ones, people's twin flames and spirit. But if I say that, I'll exclusively say that. But I mean, yeah, sometimes I might not notice, but usually I would feel it. So the root of the conflict for the masculine karma, oh gold. Consequences, cause and effect, debts. But what I'm getting from that is it's like the root of the conflict is this masculine had to clear karma with whoever they went to, whether it was one person or a few people or yeah, whatever it is. And finality, yeah. Look, that's really powerful. It reminds you, again, it does remind me like Saint Germain energy, which remember that is what I work with. And look, whenever I itch my eye, that's to do with someone couldn't see clearly. So maybe it's either you, the feminine couldn't see clearly, or the masculine couldn't see clearly. Like, why is this all happening? But farewells leave behind closure, finality. It's like this masculine had to close out karmic cycles. And as it is the wait a minute, I'll leave them out. As it is the very karmic degree of, but they're spying social network information ways. They're keeping an eye on you, feminine, if this is you. As we're at the very karmic degree of Capricorn, just went back into Capricorn. That is about closing out karmic cycles. So as you saw me say in all the other videos, if you're new to me, you can just watch other ones I filmed if you want to. So could you just clarify the finality and the karma there? Habits. I don't know if we will ever change. So I'm feeling very strongly as well. And this has been coming out, for months and really, really since last year. But so I mean I do feel this could tie into things to do with the new moon in Scorpio um last year. I mean, we're gonna be fucking hell, we're gonna be coming up for the other one soon. But that closed out on that full moon in Scorpio, that we had not so long ago, like some kind of karmic cycle, because Scorpio is, typically associated with addictions and, pain really. But yeah, I feel there was something, my throat chakra, I feel there was something that this masculine had to close out a karmic cycle with, and they had to put the nail in the coffin, they had to end the karmic cycle. So again, that could be the karmic cycle of being a player. That could be the karmic cycle of settling for less than what they deserve in committed relationships. Because what I'm hearing is a lot of those committed relationships might not even be committed, like depending on who this is for. But some of it could be committed and this person doesn't cheat or anything, but they're just deeply unhappy and they're not satisfied. But it just really just depends for different people. But this doesn't need to be about the third party doesn't need to be about another person at all. It could be that the karmic cycle was like smoking or drinking or something like that, you know what I mean? Partying too hard. Um, yeah, shadow side that they're just stressing that. Look, you made me realise my flaws, but it's like whatever whatever was however in whatever way something was highlighted by your twin flame, like the triggering that comes up amongst it, whether it was an actual conversation that you've had, which it feels in this case it was, because it feels like hurtful words have been exchanged. It did make this person realise their shadow side, but initially, look, I wish you understood how I feel disagreements. Initially, it didn't. And so I feel that it could have even caused, some kind of separation. And again, if you've been in a separation for ages, either that message isn't for you, or um, just take the bits that resonate. But like I said, so but for some, it will be that it was like they moved on to somebody else, but like for some it's that they just moved on to wanting to be single and free. It's almost like if someone had been caught up with someone and they didn't want to get into something right away, but they know that they've got a soul contract with you. Right, so let's the Theo tell us what was the root of the conflict. Reflecting, yeah, you see that kind of fits with the more innocent sort of energy, because this masculine's like in well, that one on the card, but I'm picking up a masculine that's like in hermit mode healing. And remember, the new moon in Virgo is about that, but I feel this is somebody that's reflecting on hurtful words and yeah, their shadow side, like the parts of them that they may be in denial about or run away from. And I really do feel it has taught this masculine a very tough lesson. Looking you up, researching you, studying you, getting info, like it's like that's someone in hermit mode learning about twin flames in general, or wanting to like sort of learn more about the feminine before they actually come in, like, physically. Um, Well, I feel one more. Can you tell us anything about the root of the conflict? And again, you see, it could be that the masculine energies right now are protecting the darker sort of stuff that's to do with like other people that they move on to and stuff. Because maybe the Libra moon just doesn't want to bring that bullshit in it, but we'll see. Uninterested. So that's interesting because that is my card about it. It feels like, the one walking away is a karmic energy, and that's a masculine energy. Like, I'm not interested. I'm healing. Again, this is not what somebody would say, but it's like, yeah. So that could be like a masculine that's like ghosting people that would normally hit them up, like for fun or whatever, or even like even just friends of the same sex. If you're not, you know what I mean, if that's just their friends, and it's because same sex couples just make it fit here. But like, do you want to come out? And it's like, nah, I'm saving, or I don't know, or I don't want to, or I've got my kids, or whatever. I don't know, like whatever it is. But it's like somebody that's like, nah, like, not interested in the same. Yeah, look, dust it off. And whatever, and I feel there's something that's going to make sense here to someone, but it's like there's something, this person's went through some kind of having their fingers burned in some kind of love situation, but they're dusting that off. And again, they're not, they're not wanting to, wait a minute, heart's hidden secrets. Could you tell us what this is about? That. So that's my karmic energy. Beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted, yes. So there is something like this is a karmic energy that a masculine's dusting off. So, and I've just pulled chasing too, so it could be that is a karmic energy that was like chasing this masculine, but they're uninterested. So again, it could be somebody that's got the message and they're leaving their own, or it could be someone that's not. But I think because there's nothing too dark coming through, hallelujah, right? That's not the norm if you're around here all the time. So how a sense of care can help smooth the conflict, but that does feel like, karmic justice coming about, like more peace. So interesting. How a sense of care can help smooth the conflict. That took me 20 minutes, God. I'm just wondering when to use the new cards that I've got. Where have I even put them? Is that in there? Have a sense of care. Ego was on the floor there, so somebody's going for an ego death. Have a sense of care can help smooth the conflict. No, I'm going to use that for the last women. I'm going to pause this while I decide. Didn't even need to pause that for very long. I'm just going to use these for that one. And actually, I did bring that book through because I wanted to read it. I don't know why, because I don't usually read the book with this, or quite a lot of them, but how a sense of care can help smooth the conflict presently. So that's what went on in the past, right? Somebody's moved on very quickly. Like I said, to a person, or just they just appeared like you didn't matter, and they've just cast you aside. How a sense of care can help smooth the conflict for the feminine. Oh my God, that makes perfect. Again, look, this is what I mean. It's God speaking through me. They guide me the right cards. Beyond delusion, change your perception. But this is my card about confusion, illusions, lies, spell work, because it's all the same thing to me, right? It's like this feminine in the past was in an emotional storm over third party interference, and because it's beyond delusion, I really do feel it's because an emotional storm, because something has been, it's like a smear campaign. It's like something has been said that isn't true. True isn't true, isn't, so because I said true, it could be true but exaggerated or distorted, or it might just be something that's an outright lie. So it's be different for different people. So how a sense of care can smooth the conflict. So how could the masculine smooth this conflict towards the feminine? And then I'll do it the other way around. God, so again, like I've said in other videos, like I never, like when I get guided to do extra ones, I don't know why, but look, it's making sense with what our channels. Clearing karma, Kundalini activation. So again, yeah, this is definitely masculine that works heavily with Saint Germain, the violet flame, the same energy that I work with as well. And again, a lot of us do. You can call on the violet flame, especially because if you're drawn to me, you're going to be more drawn to that. But not everybody does work with it as closely, but I'm assuming that some of you do. But yeah, this masculine is clearing, the masculine is helping clear up whatever's happened by clearing the karma, but also Kundalini activation. This is in line with the one I done earlier today, where a masculine's feeling very passionate. It's quite interesting because I thought it was a magician. And then when I was watching it, I was like, oh no, that's the Ace of Wands. But I mean, that's the Ace of Wands is about actual passion. So Kundalini activation would make sense. It's like, and I feel they're saying as well, a Kundalini activation at some point has been a catalyst for this masculine to clear the karma. So any sort of hanger-oners or yeah, basically anyone that's interfering romantically, but anybody, friends, family, anybody that's getting in the way of this connection. So give me how a sense of care can smooth the conflict. So that's basically what I'm getting is the masculine is doing that. So you might not know that feminine, but that's what this is saying. So how a sense of care can help smooth the conflict for the masculine. What does the masculine need in this? Spiritual awakening, shifter be shifted, shafter be shafted. So I mean, because I just said it like that, and because I'm just aware of the fact that we're moving into a Scorpio moon, spicy Scorpio moon weekend, for a huge majority of people, that's going to be shadow work and going deep within and exploring your emotions on your own. Pain, transmuting to become like the phoenix rising on the other side of it. But for some, for twins that are already in contact, or if you're in union sorting out some kind of conflict, yeah, look, mission and motion, because this masculine's honouring the agreement, and mission and motion, that could actually go with like somebody's going to be moving quick. Because the Eight of Wands came out as well about fast travel, fast communication, and then it was interesting. One of the only videos I watched today, because I only watched a couple, I think I only watched that one. It was just the person pulled out the exact same cards. I was like, wow. So yeah, shifter be shifted, and that matters. You see, when I'm guided to watch something, it is going to be people that have a similar kind of energy, but. Yeah, spiritual awakening, shifter be shifted. This masculine, that's how they need care. They're going for a huge spiritual awakening. Things are happening very quickly. And so what do they need from the feminine? Tower moments. And actually, I either titled yesterday's one Tower moments or today's. I think I titled two in a row. So what does the masculine need from the feminine? Past life healing. And wow, that's again like I was stressing. Mars going into Cancer, and Mars is about the past. Cancer is about the past. Pluto going back into Capricorn, it's about healing the past. Yeah, it's and also the big changes are happening, I feel, because of Uranus going retrograde in Taurus, because that's like it's internally like what you valued. Um, you're getting forced to look at it. There's just so much about shadow work right now. And then what I said about the Venus conjunct Black Moon Lilith as well, shadow work. Past life healing. The masculine needs healing on the past too. This is actually the twins I'm picking up on. Both people are in desperate need of sorting out whatever this conflict is. Are we different for different people? Right now, this one's juicy, and I don't know what to use for it. I'll go with the hearts hidden. No, I'll use the messages, the oracle, or whatever they are. Message of love deck. I'm going to use these. The next one is right. My role in this conflict. So this is the feminine role in this conflict. Oh, wanted to come out and it didn't. The feminine role in this conflict. Again, if you like this, let me know because I'm loving those cards for mixing it up a little bit. Because as much as I like just leaving it open and flowing, I get bored of it, but also I feel this helps me focus more. So, like, and I'm teaching you at the same time that if you've watched me for like the past 9 years on, on here, but again, I wasn't as on here until about 3 years ago. Well, I was doing bits of bob, but I've been consistent for like 3 years, um, almost because it was around the Christmas, I think. But on Facebook and Instagram, and that was. But basically, what I'm teaching you here is I usually just leave it totally open, and I love that, right? And I love it when other people do that too. But I'm quite liking this is me bringing in more of my masculine side. Like it's making me focus. I quite like it, so I'm just sort of I'm noticing that. You know what I mean? It's quite cool. So, my role in the conflict, feminine. The feminine does not want to. Let's see. So, look how that always makes sense. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. So the feminine role in the conflict is, well, to speak as a feminine, it's like I feel like I want to channel the feminine saying, I can't apologize for understanding what this was. Like, basically, from whenever you realise that. Because look, the main theme of this card is conflict. And it's like the role of the conflict was that the feminine has known what this is and maybe you voiced it. Or you've expressed feelings that the masculine wasn't ready to face. Soul tie, I always feel connected to you. But I already know I know what that means, right? So I'm kind of, it's like this is the feminine's card, but it's going into the masculine. Because soul tie came out earlier too. And then again, same thing. I started to watch 2 minutes of another one, but they'd pulled that card too. So basically, that was the role of the conflict, was the feminine knows, or if I'm talking about it, how linked you are. Um, but because that card to me is either a good thing about Twinflames or it can be also a not so good thing with karmic energies. This masculine, I feel they're saying this masculine's found it annoying how connected you are. Like they've tried to shake it off at times and they can't. Like that's when they're in distorted denial sort of self. And also though I feel because it's still the feminine's cards, the feminine has felt the same. Like I can't escape this person even if I try. But it's like it is always the feminine has an awareness. Or what I'm gonna say is like I don't really know how to say that other than more evolved feminines, more older souls that just understand that you can't run away from this again. And that I will have to own it, that is myself, and there's other people out there too. You just got to be careful, like tune into whether you feel it truly is somebody that is a real twin flame or not. Because so many people change their mind like the wind that claim to be twin, but you've got to be careful. But yeah, it will have annoyed you at times too, but you know what it is. But it's really annoyed them, and they've not quite approached it in the same way, which is probably why some that third party interference, things getting in the way, would have been them quite happily being distracted by others and going with it to run away. Right, so the role in the conflict, what was the masculine role in the conflict? Very interesting. Self-love. I'm still trying to heal. Well, that's actually quite beautiful because the role in the conflict was this masculine didn't love themselves basically. So again, this is not typically, I do not think this is how many masculine, depends actually. Masculines that are in the healing or have done the healing, like a divine masculine would say this further down the line. But because I work, because I work with masculines all the time, but um yeah, and when someone isn't awake to it, like they're not going to say that my role in the conflict, I'm not going to word it like that either, but they're not going to say that it's to do with self-love, but that's what it's about. It's about somebody not loving themselves, not feeling worthy, not feeling ready as well, but it's all sort of mixed in, and so they run from it. That was their role. And time, I'm afraid it's too late to take action. And now it's like this person's like, that was too soon, I wasn't ready, I didn't want it, it's too heavy. I'm hearing all these kind of things, but now it's like shit, now is it too late? Give me another one for the role in the conflict. Oh, that's nice. Like hope. I haven't given us hope on us yet. So again, that is somebody that's like they're aware they ran because they just they weren't in that place in their life. They weren't interested in all this deep and meaningful stuff. They just wanted to party. But now look, I feel unclear about where we stand, confusion, but because see how that fits with spiritual awakening. But now this person's like, fuck, you know what I mean? I wasn't ready, that's the truth. Now I'm doing the healing, but I'm also getting the feeling it's like, I'm strongly feeling it's like this person's panicking because it's like they're still trying to heal. Again, there's a card in one of these decks, it's like I'm still trying to heal. But it's like this person's panicking because so much time's going on. And I think they're still in the middle of an ego death because they pulled me up to the word pride. With too many differences. And I feel the role of the conflict is as well. At one point, this person was quite focused on money. And I mean, look, the green nails and the green, this could be heart chakra or it could be money, but it's like this person was very focused on money and that was a priority over love. But also, but that doesn't mean they've not had other partners. It just means, like what I say all the time, that typically masculines do choose people. They'll choose people they fancy, but they'll choose people that they're not going to be as bothered if this person breaks their heart. They would, you know, you can still be heartbroken, but typically that is what I hear from masculines. It's like, you know, that's what terrifies them about the real feminine is being heartbroken by the feminine would destroy them. Which actually a lot of them are finding out because that's part of their spiritual awakening. But yeah, it's with too many. This person, the rule of the conflict was they did think you were too different as well. The self-care I need to move past the conflict. And that's why I'm going to use this new deck because it is very, if you're new to me, it's very well suited to the inner child healing that I do with Twinflames, regardless of your age, because I work with a lot of people that are older than me. And talking of Mars and Cancer, because it's about the mother, and by the way, because it's there for a long time, it's 6 months it's there. And it does move at one point, and I can't remember when, it's ages away anyway. But I'll tell you near the time, but that's a long time. So a lot to do with family, soul family, divine feminine, you know. But I do think there's going to be conflict with family or conflict with a mother or anything, you know, that could be conflict, anyone that's a mother, like it doesn't need to be your mother, just a mother figure or but anyway, the self-care I need to move past, like what the self-care that the feminine needs to move past the conflict, and this is from an inner child sort of point of view, is today is the day. It is time to begin the journey. Now, I mean, I've not obviously read, I literally just opened these, but I might read that from the book. But before I read it from the book, it's got a beautiful rainbow in it. It's got lightning. So again, there's that Uranus element of expect unexpected, fast changes. Today's the day, it's time to begin the journey. Somebody could be 36 because we've got a 36 and it 3 and 6 is 9, a karmic cycle ending. Today's the day, it's time to begin the journey. So I feel this is about the feminine, is like the self-care that the feminine needs to move past the conflict is to talk about the conflict. Today's the day, like, and basically, well, it might be when you're watching this, like today is the day, depending when you're watching it, or tonight is the night. But basically it's like this feminine wants to sort it out as soon as possible. And like I've said, I suppose that would be wise before we go into another Mercury retrograde, because that comes about near Christmas. Yeah, it's time to begin the journey. Like it's time to begin the next part of the journey together, is what this feminine is saying. So that's beautiful. Let's 86. And I won't be doing this for all the signs, no way, because again, this what feels like one of the ones where I've been tricked into doing it, but it's quite interesting. Again, it makes sense with the moon in Libra, like I said, in the South Node and Black Moon Lilith. This is very fitting, so I might do that more often. I might actually. I think they're going to get me to do ones like this when it actually goes with a specific transit. I quite like that. So we'll just see, but that's what I can feel that this is about, is matching the energies. Today's the day. It can seem overwhelming when you look towards the finish line of a journey you've not yet begun and see how long it will take to reach the end. But the finish line is not always where your attention belongs. It belongs in the space right in front of you. The journey begins with one step and continues with the next step and the next until one day you've arrived. If you have pulled this card, then it might be time to do what you have been putting off. Now, isn't that interesting that that's what the feminine needs? But that's actually what the masculine needs to do. So the feminine, I think it's like the feminine needs the masculine to do what they've been putting off. And that's only for that's only for the masculines that you've moved through, you know, I keep wanting to say the thick of your healing, and then I want to sing that song again. I needed to lose you to love me. And it did go off when I was filming the video earlier, and it went off yesterday. So that song could have meaning, Lose You to Love Me, Selena Gomez. Like I've said before, I know that song, the way she's meant it is probably only going to make sense. It makes sense if you were actually in a boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wife relationship, right? Which isn't for a lot of people, but it will be for some of you. But one day I heard it and it felt like it was the masculine saying, I needed to lose you, feminine, to love me properly, which would actually make sense for the energy I'm picking up on. But what I've been picking up the last few days is it feels like it's the feminine saying, I needed to lose you to love me. But also I feel more at home in on it. There's a line in that that's, now I don't like this word, but there's a line that says, I needed to hate you to love me. So it's like perhaps whatever this argument was about or whatever's caused the conflict needed to happen to help the feminine detach because of the codependency. And I've spoken about this before because I've been very open about I feel that certain things have happened on the journey along the years with me and him to do with that, because it's like just I feel I have a good sense of who he is. Like I've got, yeah, I could read people like a book, but it's like yeah, it's just basically, you know what I mean? It's like I suppose it's a time factor, but it's more than that. It's just things needed to happen so that it kind of gave me a wee bit of a right. I need to detach from this. Like he's nowhere near ready, clearly, and you know he's nowhere. So like he's nowhere to be seen physically, okay, so I need to just focus on me. That's the way I'm going to put it. But it's just however that fits for you. So make a commitment to yourself because remember this is a masculine's feminine side too. If this is picking up on true twin flames, and it's going to make sense to a whole load. And annoyingly for me, they often do. But although I'm glad they haven't made it go in too much to my own connection for, but because I think that I was going to sit down and do therapy. I keep saying therapy Thursday. I was going to sit down and do twin flame therapy, which I eventually, you know, want to get back to doing them every day. But I don't feel I'm going to be able to do that until Scorpio season, but we'll just see. So this is like I feel I'll just do these when I'm called to. Ones like this. We'll just see. I'll just try to make it, I'm just trying to go with the flow. Um but the point is when I was doing the twin flame therapy ones, I keep not wanting to put them out because I feel like it's too deep. So but anyway. So I will put some of them on the membership. I already have put some there. Make a commitment to yourself to begin your journey. Though might seem crazy, know that beyond the horizon awaits something more wonderful that you know that you can know in these present moments. No one is ever truly ready at their first steps. It is not perfection we seek, but a life lived fully. It's so interesting when the new moon in Virgo is about perfection. You're never going to get it. So the journaling prompt is, how does it feel to start your new adventure today? Take some time to list all the wonderful things that will come to you on this new journey. There's much to look forward to. So like I said, I know that was the feminine's card, but I feel that that is the masculine's feminine side very strongly as well, but that would make sense because this is saying it's time to do something. It's like thumbnail, in case you're new, like what the fuck's you doing? And actually, you know, because wait a minute, we'll do the masculines and then I'll do some message cards. The self-care, I need to move past the conflict. So like I said, the feminine needs the action to be taken to sort out to basically a conversation. Um and it is, and I have to keep stressing, it is just a conversation. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think masculines have to take pressure off themselves that it is just a conversation. But I know that just having a conversation about your feelings can be really full on. Just from talking to masculines, I know that as well, but it's happening and, you know, self-care, I need to move past the conflict. This masculine's inner child is saying, become aware. Listen to the wisdom of your body. So there could be connections here to, I don't know if there's a leopard on, no, there's not a leopard on all these cards, and I think there was a leopard on the other. I don't know if there was a leopard on the other card, but I'm feeling connections to leopard or jaguar energy or big cat family kind of thing. You've heard me say before that, jaguars, I'm connected, really leopards and jaguars. Listen to the wisdom of your body, become aware. So there could be something here about June or the 6th of a month being significant. Well, actually, the 6th of that came up in the, oh my God, that came up in the other one. Well, it's the 5th tomorrow. So, Friday. That's Friday, isn't it? So Friday could be significant here. Yeah, this masculine's trying to tap into what the wisdom of their body is telling them. So they could be in burnout, actually, is what I'm getting from that. Because of the reflecting and healing card as well. Or be careful you don't burn out, masculines, but this can be the feminine's masculine side as well. Our bodies are a wonderful collection of our lived experiences. They hold, actually, that really fits with Mars going into Cancer, especially if you had quite strong Cancer aspects. You don't need to, because that is somewhere. We've all got a 4th house and we've all got Cancer somewhere. But basically, like Cancer is about rest and sleep and food, and so I can see how, Mars being action and go, 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 like that could, it's slowing down, because Mars and Gemini was very fast and all about the mind and like fucking overload. Like last year, I think it was even worse. There was a huge mental health crisis last year. I mean, I know there is this year too, but I felt it last year was horrendous. Because last year I didn't like either. But like for myself, I didn't like it, but I was helping people that were, not having it. But anyway, so um our basically that's what I'm getting from that. So they hold for us our feelings, memories, and states of being, a living library of the subconscious. There's beauty in this collective, but there can also be pain, particularly for the inner child. And again, remember, I think I was drawn to these cards because Mars moving into Cancer, that would be about trauma as well, and trauma around family stuff, ancestral stuff, if just feelings in general. So definitely there's repressed feelings, There is a beauty, and that actually could, I suppose that could mean that too. Taking action towards feelings that you pushed away for a long time. That could make sense too. There is, or being forced to look at them. But I think that fits with the message. There's beauty in this collective, but there can also be pain, particularly for the inner child. Because of this, it is a good time to practice becoming aware of our body's current state of being. So this masculine could be like being forced to, or you, if this is you, could be forced to be in like calming your nervous system. So yeah, like you could be getting guided to go like walks in nature or somatic movements kind of stuff, or any kind of gentle movement kind of exercise, or meditating, just things like that's what I'm feeling. In a comfortable place, close your, oh yeah, okay, so here's an exercise. So in a comfortable place, close your eyes and bring your focus to your physical body. So you could pause this now and do it now, or you could just come back to this later, but I'll just read it as if you're going to do it now. It's on page 11 too, so either the 11th of September could be significant. Of course it is significant for the world, but for another reason, or um, it could be November, so Scorpio or Sagittarius energy there. So in a comfortable place, close your eyes and bring your focus to your physical body. During this exercise, you may experience strong sensations in your body. No sensations in your body, or sensations that fall somewhere in between these extremes. All of these responses are normal. The purpose of this practice is to connect with your unique body. With your eyes closed, bring your awareness to the inside of your body. Imagine what the space inside your head feels like, and imagine opening your eyes to the inside of your head and looking around. What do you see? How does your head feel? Now that your gaze is focused inward to your body, take a few deep breaths, relaxing with each exhale. Practice bringing awareness once again to the top of your head. Does it feel heavy or light? Tense or relaxed? Can you attribute any of the sensations to an emotion? Note how this area of your body feels and move downward, stopping at each area as you go along. The throat, which is the throat chakra, to do with communication and listening and other things, but that's what springs to mind. Shoulders, that can be like about carrying a heavy weight, burdens. Chest, the heart chakra. Arms, and so forth. And because I always like to put my own spin on things, I just want you to imagine that cloud of mist forming above the top of your head. And that cloud of mist is going to turn into a tornado at the top of your head. Tornado of sage. And it's got the power to clear any negative energies and entities and anything hanging about your aura that doesn't serve you at this time. So it's going from the top of your head and your upper chakras, your soul star, your crown, clearing away any negativity, any of your own thought forms, other people's projections, or world energy that you've picked up on that isn't helpful. And any karmic interference, which again might be the whole reason of why I've filmed this extra one. We'll never know, or maybe we will. But it's going from the top of your head all the way down your body, past your throat chakra, helping you to clear up anywhere where there might be blocks to speaking your truth, and also hearing others' truths. And going down over your higher heart chakra, recalling Saint Germain, the violet flame, to cleanse, clear, and delete any previous requests that no longer serve your highest good, to make way for what will serve your highest good, the highest good of all involved across all timeline, space, dimension, versions of self. Going down past the heart chakra, calling in that unconditional love for exactly where you are in this now moment, knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be, learning the lessons that your soul wanted to learn. And that has very much strongly came through in this, that this masculine had karma they needed to clear. So I hope that that helps both the masculine and the feminines. And again, that is actually key for all twin flames. That's always what the masculine has to do, but that is the message that's come through it. Again, maybe just people that are newer to the journey needed to hear that message, or people that have been on the journey a while, you needed the reminder that it all means something. Because again, I feel they're saying this because there are so many people out there now talking about twin flames, but when people are just sort of chucking it in on like with general sort of tarot readings, if someone's just simply reading about twin flames but they've not got that direct experience, or it could even be people that have innocently got mixed up and thinking they're on a twin flame path and they're not. But you've got to have the discernment, because that's what Virgo season's about, and the Virgo new moon. You've got to have the discernment and the spiritual sight to be able to know what's what out there. And that is what it's about, is there is karma to clear. And until enough of that is cleared up between twin flames, there can't be a proper lasting physical union. So yeah. And again, they're just stressing that very the Venus conjunct the South Node with Black Lilith is great for being able to face those karmic lessons. So, and the energy now moves down past the solar plexus and then down over the sacral, pulling back your power wherever you need to get your power back from where you've given it away, knowingly or unknowingly, down past the root chakra, pulling out anything you no longer need from your aura, and sending down the roots of the tree, going down, all the way down the bottom of the earth's core, however you imagine that to be, and we just release all that heaviness, everything you're ready to release. Cut the cords of Archangel Michael to the old earth, keeping the lessons, but letting go of the pain, and especially because the message seems to be that there is huge karmic lessons coming to an end and clearing, and the energy has not been really too heavy at all. It's definitely touching on it. It doesn't mean that some of you aren't still in the thick of it, but this seems pretty tame, really, from what I've picked up on before. And connecting to the new earth with peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine and feminine, pulling that energy up from the new earth, setting intention for what it is you feel you need. And then I'm going to read these questions. What thoughts and sensations are coming to you after this practice? And I feel that's important that I've just done the clearing there too, because you might still not have been very clear in your thoughts. And that's really interesting because we had obsessive thinking for the divine detox, the last one to do with the mind. So they seem to be tying in here. And is there anything that you feel you need to do for your body now? Well, my oh my, that could go a different kind of way with the Ace of Wands, but I'll not go there. But if you know, you know. This masculine needs to take action anyway, passionate action. All the masculines that resonate. And remember, this can manifest whenever, so it's not necessarily, you know, around the time that I'm doing it, but this is how it will go down when it happens. So I'm going to count from 10 to 1, and when I get to 2, you're going to think about open your eyes, and when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes wide awake, wide awake. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, thinking about opening your eyes. 1, wide awake, wide awake. My God, by the way, that is just the first. Oh, look, I've just picked up the detachment card. I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. And that's literally what we've just done. That's hilarious. That's so funny that we've just done that and then that came out. But also, you see, that's the masculine. You really needed that. So there's at least a masculine, but it's going to be a few of you that needed what we just done there. So you see, it could be that somebody really desperately needed that, and I've been called on to do this. So I don't know, but it won't just be one person. But I'm like, do I still carry on with other ones? Because that thing is. Right, so because that's the end of those cards, I just want to ask what is going to happen for some of the people that resonated with that. And again, it's a general reading, so take this with a pinch of salt, but let me know if it goes down this way, kind of thing. Best friend. Oh, that's lovely. Friendship is vital to your romance. Feelings deepen and blossom. And notice I did say, you know, there's something about just a conversation happening. And if it's your best friend or if you were best friends originally, as well as your twin flame, you know, that's what twin flames are. They are best friends. So that's why it's like, use your discernment of if it's going kind of like more down the route of enemies and like, you know, laughing at this person when they're getting bad karma, that's not healthy. And there are some people that do encourage that, but that's not going to be twin flames. That's like a karmic masculine, you know, that's like yeah, it's like a karmic partner. But you shouldn't, again, I don't think it's wise to really laugh at anyone receiving bad karma. I certainly don't. It's like it's not. That's why I say all the time, like, look, like it's not worth it. Seriously, do not send me negative energy because I'm sending nothing but praying for your healing. But it's like I've got energies that don't like it when people upset me because I don't deserve it, basically, and nobody deserves shit when they're helping people. But you know what I mean? That's the way that I put it. But yeah, you never know when life's going to slap you in the face, so it's not really nice to laugh at anybody's bad karma, even if they have been horrible to you. Do you know what I mean? It's right. Another one. Psychic connection. Your communication goes beyond mere words. So yeah, I really do feel if you resonated with this, none of this would be really much of a shock. It's just confirmation because of that deep telepathic link that you've got. Disguise. Some elements of the relationship are hidden, but how interesting. I do feel it's like it's you know it, but some of you needed this confirmation because this masculine might never have told you how deeply they feel about you until now, reaching out. Expect a call or a text from your person of interest. Yeah, so again, that's really nice because it was all about sorting out a conflict. So I actually think wait a minute, it would make sense to do these as separate videos. All right, see what I mean? I didn't even know that that's what they want me to do. So I'm just gonna leave this one at this, and then you see that goes with the we're turning a chapter on the mind, except one of these cards did have mind on it. They're kind of both like the mind. Oh no, this one's the mind. Where I need to change a mindset. Yeah, I'm going to do it in a different video, but just know that this might link on to this one that I've just filmed. But I'm not sure. I'll just see. Like I said, I'm just experimenting with this, but I'm loving this. So I really hope that that helps somebody. They're pulling me the word mind on the water bottle again. I really hope that this helps somebody. And like I said, it's timeless. So, and if you want to book a personal session, either an unlisted video or a live Zoom, then you can find all the details below. And I'll see you later, guys.